Hello, you all. I hope you are having a lovely day. Now, before I get started, let me tell you, I know a lot of times I be mentioning how hard content creation is. Like, it's not easy, but once you get going, you can't stop. All of that, blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you, I use natural light. I also use a ring light. I also use my phone most of the time, and I do have like a camera and a SD card, memory card and everything. Like, when I tell you this is hard work, these are items that a lot of us use to do content. And if you want to see those items and learn what those items are, it will be down in the description, links to those products. So check them out. Also check out my Amazon journals and planners that I have on Amazon. It will be down in the description. And you guys, always the reaction videos I do, the name of that person, TikTok or channel, will be down also in the description. So check them out too. Hello, if you're new here, my name is Shaneria. This is Talking Crime, and we do reaction videos over here. If you like drama, if you like tea, if you just like to hear somebody else's story for the day, this is the channel. Hit that subscribe button, join the family. You guys, if you are returning, y'all know how we like to do it. The tea be hot, and today we got a new reaction video. Let's get started.
All right, y'all, so the years have gone, 5 years have gone by since the situation. So now that I'm at a headspace to speak, I feel like now would be a time to do the story time on how I felt about the situation. This is not to drag the situation. This is not to make him look bad. This is not me being angry at him or her. This is just my way to express how I feel about the situation now that I'm able to talk about it. Because y'all, when I say I couldn't even speak on this situation like 4 years ago, I could not speak on this without crying. Like, y'all, I couldn't even think about the situation. It was just killing me. But now that I'm able to talk and express about how I feel about it, I feel like this will be the time. Because like now the case is over and all that, I can, talk and say things that I feel. So this is my story time. This is about my recollection. This is about my feelings, not nobody else. This is just about me. So yeah. Story time about how my boyfriend was unalived with another girl. Okay, how I'm gonna start? I'm gonna just start at how the day went. Like, now let me go back to our past. Like, let's just talk about us first. So we had been together for almost 4 years at the time. It was almost 5 years. So 4 years at the time. This happened back in 2021. It's 2026 now, so yeah. But we were together 4 years prior to that. So yeah. We hadn't had a kid together, all this. So y'all, we were together. At the time I had just graduated nursing school. I had got me a good job working. It was during COVID time, so it was a good COVID nursing job. If you was a nurse back then, So I started working doing the COVID stuff, and he was working at a factory at the time. So yeah, he was working at the factory and I was doing COVID nursing. That day, out of all days, I don't know what happened, but he was like, we got up that day. It was a normal day, a normal everyday thing. Like, he got up, was getting ready for work, and gave me a kiss and goodbye. It was about 5 o'clock. He used to go to work at about 5 o'clock. So I get up and go to work. I had to be at work till like 8 o'clock. So I get up, get my daughter ready, take her to Head Start, and then I would drive back to go to work. So that day was just, all things was just weird. Like, it was just stuff happening that never happens. So that day, it was a regular COVID day. Like, so mind you, the volume of people that's getting tested for COVID was like, at that time, it was like 40 plus people, like 40 plus cars in the line to get tested for COVID. Mind you, this is what this was back then. So that morning we were taking like COVID calls. Like, it was just a lot going on with COVID. Like, this was when COVID first came out, so it was so much going on in that. Where I worked was the main place that took care of COVID stuff. So that's why they had specific nurses to do COVID stuff. So we were the main source to get COVID information from, all that. So around noon was when we took lunch. Took lunch around noon, and then he ended up calling me around that time. So he was like, I got off earlier today. So mind y'all, another thing, my birthday was a week before this. It was a week after, sorry. My birthday was going to be the next week after all this happened. So I'm getting ready for my birthday. So I was getting a wax for the first time, and I need the cream to get the wax. So he called me. He was like saying he got off early. That day out of all days, he got off at 12 o'clock. Never happened. Like, that never happens. So he got off at 12, he said. So I'm like, cool. So when you get a chance, could you go by the store and get me some cream, like the little numbing stuff to when you get a wax? I don't know if people use that, but that was my first time. So I was like, I need that to try because I'm scared. So I was like, can you get me some of that or whatever when you get a chance or whatever? So boom, he like, yeah. We talk and then we get out the phone. So y'all, 2 o'clock roll around. That's when we start doing our COVID testing. So we start doing the COVID testing at 2 o'clock and we ended at 4. So mind y'all, this line is down the road. But I mean, it's nothing to me because I've been doing it for a little minute, so it was easy. And then I had other people helping. So mind you, line down the road. But I had my phone propped up on the table that we use to kind of get our materials together. So I see him FaceTime, but like, y'all, it's so busy. I can't even stop and just do nothing. I'm like, listen, I can't even call. I can't even answer that right now. I'm going to get him in just a second. But I see that he ended up leaving like some messages or whatever. So I'm like, let me check my phone. I can at least do that. So y'all, check my phone and he sent me a picture of the little spray I was trying to get. And he was like, is this the one? Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's the right one. So he like, cool. He gets the spray, he take it to his house. Because at that time, I stayed with him and his mom and dad. Like, we lived all together at the time. Because, y'all, that year, I was doing a lot. Like, I was buying a house and everything. This house I'm in now. I was buying this house. So we was, like, saving and just staying with our parents. Because, y'all, I was trying to get me an apartment. But he was like, nah, I don't get no apartment. Just do what we doing. So we stay with his parents or whatever. So he takes the spray to his mom's house and he tells me it's there and I'm like, okay, cool. So I text like at 4. Was it 4? Yeah, we got done doing the COVID testing at 4. So that's downtime for us. Like when 4 come, we getting all the stuff together to ship it off. So we getting out of the basket, but I have time to like look at my phone and check stuff. So I text him, I'm like, where you at? Yada, like checking in. He at a specific place. So, mind you, this is not a place that he's not normally at. Like, this just a regular old, like, place he always at. Like, if he ain't somewhere, he here. So, yeah. Okay, so part 2 on how my boyfriend was unalive with another girl. So, yeah, he was at a place where he usually be. It's not, like, just a random place. He always there, like, he always there. So, I didn't kind of side-eye when he said he was there, like, that's just normal. So, I went on about the rest of the day. Because I told you I had a wax appointment after, that day when I got off. So once I got off, I went to his mom. Well, we stayed at his mom's house. So I went home and freshened up and got ready for the wax. So my packages for my birthday then came in. Y'all, I'm feeling so good. Like, I'm feeling so good. So I'm feeling so good, y'all. I get to the wax appointment and like, we haven't had no communication since that last one when he told me where he was. So how it was back then, like, it got to a point where I just didn't like hound him. I like kind of let him be because he was like the type to be like, outside. Like, he was outside. So he just moved around a lot. Like, he wasn't in the house till about 8, 9 o'clock. It was normal for him. So I didn't really get to where I just stopped like hounding, like, where you at? I stopped doing it. So I went to get the wax. I still didn't call. I just still didn't call him to get any communication through him. So my wax lady so far, she got done in like 20, no more than 30 minutes. So I head back home. So at that point, it had been like an hour and a half. Like, it's like, at this point, it's like 5:20. So he, that's why I'm like, let me call him. Like, I done got that out the way. So let me call him and like see where he is to check in. See, I'm checking in. So he didn't answer the phone, y'all. So y'all, mind y'all, he's outside. Like, he's the type, like, he outside, his phone in his pocket. He not gonna answer the phone like this. So he didn't answer the phone. So I didn't think nothing of it. He didn't answer the phone. Like, hey, cool. So I get home, y'all. I get back home. Mind y'all, my package done came in for my birthday outfits. So my birthday outfits, I'm trying them on, y'all. Like, I'm like feeling good. So y'all, I get a inbox like from somebody I don't even like, talk to. I'm like, why is she hitting me up? Like, I think she called me. And I didn't answer. I'm like, what is she calling me for? So I'm like, let me text and see what's going on. So she texts me. She was like, call me. So yeah, I called her on Facebook. Soon as she answered immediately, and all I heard was her crying. I'm like, what's going on? Like, what's going on? So y'all, the words that she was like, she basically said that my baby had been shot. Like, y'all. So I'm like, what? So as soon as she said that, like, I was standing in the doorway of like the room, and like his mom was in the hallway. His daddy was like about to leave. So somehow they was just right there. So I'm like, somebody just called me and said that so and so, been shot. So y'all, we rambling like, I don't have no bra on. My daughter, she ain't got no shoes on, no pants on. She just got this t-shirt on. We just grabbing and going. We don't even know where we're going. We just get in the car. So we get in the car. I don't know how it went. I don't know if his brother was already at the scene or he got the call too and already had made it there. But somehow he sent the location to his mom. So we got the location on where to go. But y'all, we in the car, and the person say what house. They like where he at, and they say the house. And they say the girl name. I'm like, I don't know the person name. So y'all, it's still not dawning on me that it's like another girl. Like, I know it's another girl, but it's not dawning on me that it's like that type of situation. I'm thinking it's like, okay, he just over there with somebody else. He just so happened to beat her. Like, a lot of things start racing in my mind, like scenarios. But it being somebody that he's dealing with was the last thing. So y'all, we make it to the house. We get there, and it was like crime scene tape around the house. Like, you can walk up to the house, but you couldn't go past the tape. So it was just us out there, and like all the people investigating, like, you know how you see like movies when they all out there like doing the forensic and all that was going on. All type of trucks out there. So we walking up, and like, I don't know, some man just randomly come up and was like, whoever in this black car, it's not looking good, like he's in the house. But I'm still like lost. Like, I'm like, what is he doing here? So y'all, we walk up and I see his car. It's parked in the driveway, like with no care. Like it's there, like comfortably, like it's comfortable. So I'm knowing he here comfortably. Like, okay. So y'all, we get up to the house, and like the lead investigator is outside at this point, and she asking like who we are. So we say who we are, and she like saying he's in there, y'all. But in the midst of all this, y'all, I get a phone call from one of my friends. She like, where you at? We at the hospital. And I'm like, at the hospital? So y'all, a little spark came in me, like, okay, maybe they got the wrong person. Maybe it was more than just him, her. Y'all, no. She's like, no, I thought y'all was here. Y'all, it all just went downhill again for me. So again, they confirming that he's the one that's in there, saying it was him. So I'm just like in shock. Like, I couldn't even say anything. Like, I'm just lost. Like, I couldn't believe what was happening. Like, this can't be for real. Mind y'all, it's August out there, and in Tennessee in August it's hot. So y'all, when they say this, like, I'm holding my baby, and it's like I can't even breathe, y'all. Like, this can't be for real. Like, I'm hot out here, and they like, I don't know what to do. First thing I can think to do is to call my folks, though, y'all, because I don't know. So I call my mom and my sister. I'm letting them know, like, this is for real. Like, this not happening. Like, they just bawling. Like, when I tell you my family loved him, they loved him, y'all. Like, they loved him like I loved him.
Yo, do y'all recognize in these stories, a lot of times, when it comes to like death, people be like, I don't know, but that day seemed kind of weird. It seemed kind of strange. Like, what was happening that day never happened. Like, or it was slow motion. Like, literally, y'all, almost everybody says this, and a lot of us have experienced that too. Like, things just be like off. Why? Like, oh my God, that is very spiritual. Nevertheless, I don't understand why people would rather like go. Well, they don't rather go, but a lot of people wind up going, losing their dignity, or in an awkward situation, or like, what in the world? Like, why not just do right, so when you do go, it won't leave people behind with unanswered answers. Like, they can't even question you because you're not here. So they're left with no answers to why or when, who, or what happened. Like, this is so sad. Like, all I can do is pray for people that be left in situations like this.
Part 3 on how my boyfriend was unalive with another girl. Alright, y'all, so I got the phone with my folks, and then I got myself together and I went back towards like where the people were. So when I got over there, they were still like asking questions. Like, they asked me about his phone password. They asked me a few other questions. So in the midst of these, like, people are like pulling up. Like, the word gets out quick. So people are pulling up, like his family, the girl's family, they pulling up. So y'all, mind you, I don't know them, they don't know me. I can't remember who it was, but like, it was her folks. So one of her folks was like, who are you, his sister? Yeah. So I'm in confusion, like, no, I'm his girlfriend. Y'all, it gets silent. Y'all, it gets silent, so I just walk away, because like, I mean, I still don't know what the hell going on. So I mean, I don't know. So family still pulling up. It's getting dark outside, and in my mind, like, I'm telling them, like, I don't want to leave here till I see with my own 2 eyes him come out of this house. So we out there for hours. We didn't leave. Well, they didn't bring him out till like 11 o'clock p.m. that night. So they asked like me and like his parents, like, do we want to see him? And I'm like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see him in a state that is not normal. So, and mind y'all, this is my first time experiencing something so close. Like, I never experienced a death this close, like, beside me. So his parents decide to, go over there and, see him. And all I hear is like, crying and crying. So I knew then this was like, I ain't no going back. Like, this is what it's gonna be. So I told y'all his car's in the driveway, so they had to tow the car. So they get the car on the tow truck and they're driving away, y'all. I told y'all my little girl, she's still out here. She's still out here getting passed around by everybody because she don't have no shoes on and she's getting heavy to me. So everybody, like, taking turns passing her around. But she still see the car going away. So she like, daddy, like, daddy car, like, y'all, she's only like one, about to be 2, but she's well aware of her dad. Like, he's been there since day 1, so she's well aware of his car, him, everything about him. So after that, I'm like, yeah, we can go on and come home. So we get home, y'all. This is my time to soak all this in. Like, I'm laying down, I'm thinking like, this is my reality. Like, he's never walking back in this room. He never coming in here playing, he ain't never coming in here slamming my little girl, like slamming our little girl on the bed playing. He ain't never coming back to do none of this. And y'all, as the weeks go by, like, this is hitting me hard. Like, y'all, I'm not eating, I'm barely sleeping because I'm so used to sleeping with him. Like, it was so hard. So it got so hard for me to sleep. Like, I had to have somebody in that bed with me. So his auntie packed a bag and stayed for 2 weeks. She stayed with me for 2 weeks. And y'all, appreciate this so much because that helped me, get that out of my system. So then I'm going back to work. Like, all I can think about doing is going back to work. Like, I got to get out of this house. I got to get my mind together. So mind you, all this, like the funeral, everything passes by, but I mean, I'm still going to work. But like, I'm at work, I'm finding any little thought of this is hitting me. Like, y'all, I'm going somewhere to get these cries out, y'all, because I could not control any thought of it. It just made me so emotional. Like, I could not control it, even at work. But I made it to where I would, go be by myself and get myself together. I get that cry and I'm cool. Little did I know, y'all, this was going to take so much time. Like, when I say it took me so long to like be okay, like, I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't even eat, y'all. When I say I lost weight, I was skinny. I hate to see myself like that. Like, looking back at pictures, I hate it because I'm like, Lord, I got so skinny. And mind you, let me go back a little bit. So I forgot, y'all. That next week was my birthday, y'all. And I had not lost 80 pounds. Like, I was nothing. Like, I was little to nothing. But his family, like, they trying to, like, you know, make me feel okay. You know, try to let me enjoy my birthday, you know, turn me up, just get me into spirit, y'all. But it's not really working, y'all. It's still in the back of my head, like, he ain't here. But like I said, as time goes on, like, I'm in my mind, like, we had this little girl. She was about to be 2 that year. But now she's 7. So I'm like, I got to get myself together. Like, I can't be, you know, just drowning. Because who else finna, you know, be the parent? Like, I got to be the parent. And that day that he did, you know, pass away was the first day of class, y'all. First day of me. Because how my journey is now, I was doing my LPNs RN, but I had prereqs that I had to do. So, y'all, I couldn't even do that. But y'all, a year or two down the line, I got my prereqs done and I started, you know, trying to pursue getting into LPNs RN. And that same year, I stayed at the house, getting the house. The house came. Everything was like piecing together, but y'all, he was missing from the puzzle. Now, I got that off my chest, y'all. I feel a lot better doing this. I probably need to do this at some point, and I feel like this was a point that I could do it at. And I know y'all had some questions in the comments. That spray was called, who was that spray? It was lidocaine, some lidocaine spray. I think I put it in the comments, but I can't remember what it was called, the brand. But it's lidocaine. And another question y'all had was she, like, you know, unalive too? Yes. To answer that question, yes. But I'm not getting into detail about her because this is not what the TikTok for, and I don't want to make anybody feel no way about nothing. And I know a lot of folks wanted to see if I was like upset, mad. Y'all, I have no one to be mad at. The people I could have had a madness to aren't here. Like, I can't be mad at no one. With that being said, I had to heal, like, on my own. Like, I couldn't get the proper, like, you know, reason why. I couldn't get the proper, like, you know, what happened. Like, I never got the real proper nothing from nothing. Like, I had to go to the court and, like, you know, get my truth. Like, I had to go and see what happened, y'all. I went to both trials, because one trial was a mistrial and the other one, we got our justice. So I had to go through all that by myself, y'all. I had to do this. Like, it was my way of getting through this. Like, this is my way of getting to this right now. Like, I had to get my closure. And I got my closure, y'all. So this is why I'm able to do this TikTok and, you know, explain my story and how I feel. But I am not mad. I'm not mad and I'm not upset. I am hurt about it because I did have to, you know, heal myself through this, but I think I did pretty good. So thank y'all for listening, and I don't think I missed any other questions, but if y'all do, just leave them in the comments. And for the record, he was not at their location. Like, when I went to the court to, you know, get the truth, he couldn't have been where he said he was when he said he was. And guess what, y'all? I can't be mad, because who can I be mad at? But y'all, he wasn't there. And also, when I did call, when I said I called, he didn't answer, y'all. He had done passed away. He had passed away, like, in the midst of, like, our last conversation when he was telling me where he was, y'all. Again, I do appreciate y'all for listening. This wasn't an easy thing, y'all, because I have not spoke on this none. Like, I probably to a couple of my friends, but like, the world has never heard me speak about this. So I'm glad y'all have been supportive and have let me speak and say what I need to say. I do appreciate y'all. Thank you and goodbye. And I know y'all gonna ask, but the person that done it was someone that, you know, was upset with her. She had dealings with him, I guess, in the past. So he was just angry.
you guys, like, she is very, very strong, especially with her having to still continue to raise her daughter. I feel like it's so many people out here that is strong. Like, you never know what you would do, what you would say, how you would feel unless you're in that situation. And a lot of us don't even want to be near in situations we have to deal with the loss of a loved one. But not only her having to deal with the loss of a loved one, but she had to deal with the thought of him being in this situation because he was somewhere he was not supposed to be. Like, come on now. Like, she's grieving him. She's grieving the lie. She's clueless about what's going on until she go to the court date. And that's the only way she getting her answers. But at the same time, she's not getting her answers because she's not hearing it from the horse's mouth. Right? At court, they tell what happened that day, maybe phone conversations, text messages, but she didn't in depth get it from the people she needed it from, and one of them being her child's father. It is so tragic that it happened, but also by him lying to her about where he was. Like, y'all, come on now. This world has to do better. It has to do better, because not only did you lie about where you was, but you was somewhere you wasn't supposed to be. And because of that, and you knew in your heart you wasn't supposed to be there. And because of that, a crazy psychopath, probably her ex or somebody that she was dealing with that couldn't handle that, she either probably moved on or was talking to other people. And that person could have been, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, in my opinion, he could have been abusive or whatever. Or he couldn't handle the fact that he seen another guy at her house and, you know what I'm saying, like, talking to her, which is crazy. Because if you her ex and y'all not together, why are you even, like, over there? How do you even know this stuff? Like, you never know. By you doing dirty, you never know if this person got their own baggage. Like, you don't even know, like, what's going on in that person's life for real. And he was in a situation where he was somewhere that he wasn't supposed to be. And this girl had baggage. And because of her situation, it caused consequences that cannot go undone. Pretty much. I'm not saying she held that piece of information that she had a person that constantly trying to do stuff to her, or because I'm just saying, like, in certain situations like this, that person had to be, like, usually that person had been stalking that person for a while, calling, texting, leaving like crazy text messages or messages on this person's phone before they just explode. So this girl probably had signs and probably didn't even tell her boyfriend, or like she probably didn't have signs. This dude probably just popped up. But it's sad, like, people have to go out in these type of situations. I remember a while ago, a family friend was in a situation almost like this. She was staying with her child's father. And he was talking to a whole nother girl, didn't come to the house that night, the girl wound up calling his mother, telling his mother that he overdosed. The mother had to go to the house and find her son, detectives and everything there. He wound up overdosing over another girl's house that he was sleeping with. And the whole time the mother knew, like, he was talking to this other girl, even though his child and baby mama was over at her house. Like, y'all, please stop doing stuff you have no business doing. And therefore, you lied to your girlfriend about where you was, and the whole time you was somewhere else. Like, what if nobody even called them? What if nobody even reached out to them and you didn't come home? They wouldn't even know where to first look for you at because you lied about where you was. Y'all, people have to start getting right. You either want to be in a relationship, want to be in a marriage, or you don't. Stop playing these type of games. People are losing their lives over stuff like this, and people not knowing what baggage come along with these other people they creeping with, and they wind up in the wrong place at the wrong time. Y'all, drop down in the comment section what you think about this story. Don't forget to keep this young lady and her child in y'all prayers. Like, I know it been like 5 years, but she's still having to deal with this type of stuff, and then having to look at her daughter every single day without a father. Y'all, keep her and her daughter in your prayers, because I am. Like, this is sad. And y'all, if you have reached to the end, drop down in the comment section what you think about this story. Don't forget to like, comment, and definitely subscribe to this channel. And y'all, when I see in her comment section, a lot of people was like, well, who was it? Like, what did they, like who did this to them? A lot of them didn't go all the way to the end, because of course, like, at some part, almost at the end, she was saying, okay, thank y'all, like it was over with. But baby, y'all, we gotta watch to the end. Over here, we watched to the end, and we seen exactly, you know, it was somebody that she used to deal with, or probably was dealing with. You never know. But yeah, you guys, subscribe to this channel, join the family. If you are returning, y'all already know how we like to do it. Y'all already know what this channel is about. Like, comment, and share. I just like to repeat myself sometimes. Y'all, thank y'all. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you all have a blessed day. Peace.